MVVM, MVB, MVI sounds like alphabet soup, right? But these aren't just random letters. They are different ways your app handles users' actions, data, and UI updates. MVVM vs MVB vs MVI. What is the difference? First, why these patterns exist. In real apps, users tap buttons, data is fetched, and screens are updated. How your code handles that flow matters. These patterns define who does what and how the data moves. The first one, MVVM, Model View View Model, used in most modern Android apps with Jetpack and Kotlin. The key parts: model contain data and logic, API database. View, the user interface, activity, fragment, compose. View model, the middleman that holds state and logic. Flow example: user tabs load profile. View model calls get user profile. The repository fetches data from remote or database. View model updates live data state flow. The user interface observes and updates screen automatically. The pros: clean separation, UI is reactive, testable view model, easy with Jetpack Compose. The cons: can become bloated if logic isn't well split. Think of view model as your app's brain, managing UI state and actions behind the scenes. The second one, MVB, Model View Presenter. Popular in older Android apps, the key parts: model contain data and logic, view contain UI and interface, presenter handles users' actions plus updates the view. Flow example: user tab login, view call presenter.onLogin clicked, presenter fetches data from the model, presenter tells the view show success or show error. The pros: logic is outside the activity and the fragment, easy to test presenter. Cons: view tightly coupled with presenter, boilerplate interfaces, doesn't scale as well for reactive UIs. Think of presenter as a boss giving direct orders to the view. The third one, MVI, Model View Intent. More advanced and functional style, ideal for complex state management. Key parts of it: intent, which means the user actions like button click, scroll, and so on. Model, the pure state data. View, render entire state based on one source of truth. Flow example: user click load articles emits an intent. Logic processes it, creates a new state. UI receives a new state, re-renders from scratch. The pros: single source of truth, pure functions, predictable, great with compose. But the cons: can be overkill for simple apps, steeper learning curve. Think of MVI as a vending machine. You insert the input, intent, it processes, then gives you a new output, UI state. The chart: MVVM, the view, logic holder, data source, UI update. UI observes view model, and logic view model, data sources repo or API, UI update reactive. MVB, view calls presenter, presenter, model, manual update. MVI emits intent, reducer, processes, state, full state render. When to use what? Use MVVM when best for most modern Android apps, especially with Jetpack Compose. MVB good for old apps or very strict user interface logic separation. MVI use when you need full control over state. undo features or complex UIs. Thanks for watching and see you next video.